toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Baylor Bears, taking on another SEC rival, the Michigan Wolverines. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Bears will boot it away to start the game. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. From the gun, give on the inside. It's that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Off play action. Steps away. Complete to the right. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
Looking to throw on first down. Back open in the middle.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Might be changing the route. They'll run the toss. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The hand to the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll have to get it to the 37 on third down. They'll run play action. The throw. Fires to the tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they're aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on fourth down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
Power football with the run.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Bears in the hurry-up.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, if they got the first down, they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Second down, they'll go to the air. Gets it out fast. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. Looking to throw for it. And the third down pass is incomplete. And the Bears will try to pick it up on fourth down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Between spot here, long field goal, can't really punt it from here, so they'll try to convert on fourth down. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. The Bears decide to punt it away. You ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory. And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Listen, I love the individual effort by this punt returner, and he's trying to make guys miss. He's trying to make a big play for his team, but you cannot put the ball on the ground. You just now gave...
Touchdown, Baylor! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does, takes advantage of great field position.
It makes it 7-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Man, a gigantic collision of top 5 teams, and it is now a final. Arkansas was far from the friendly confines of Fayetteville, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. Gonna be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other could have a case for the #1 spot in America, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Now the play fake. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Quickly to the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
I think you're seeing the chemistry between these two guys on that last play, right? Quarterback's on the move. He's got to find his big fella. He does a great job of finding the soft spot in the defense and settling down. He was a stationary target for his quarterback on the move, and that really helped them pick up that first.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
College football, man, there's so much speed on the field now. Your safeties are smaller, they're quicker, they're faster, they're more versatile than ever. They can rush the passer. You can send them at any time. Great job by the free safety, getting to the quarterback, getting the big sack.
And the Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Couldn't find the lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Lining up to convert 3rd down. Tight end now in motion. The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He gets a block. This guy is a daring punt return, man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. The play fake on 1st down to throw. Skips away from pressure. And he just held on to the football too long, and the defense rolled him out of bounds and forced the loss.
And I think there's so many guys that think they can outrun guys and make plays, and sometimes you got to realize when a play's over and just get north-south, but QB's trying to outrun guys. The defense does a great job staying exactly where they're supposed to be, playing discipline, and getting the huge loss and the huge stop.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Creates a little space. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the period. Baylor is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. And the Bears send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They're nose-to-nose at the midfield stripe on 4th and inches. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. From the shotgun, the inside give. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Looking down the middle. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And those corner routes, those quarterbacks need to throw the ball with some air and put it towards the sideline, away from the defender. You could tell a little bit maybe underthrown. The defender doing a good job sticking with the play, getting his hand on the football, and getting the deflection.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Bears! And they turn it into a defensive score.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
He'll bring it out. It's Harris. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Offense gets set for second down. Leaves it with the running back. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
The Wolverines come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Pulls and fires complete. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it first and 10 at the 31. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. And the Wolverines moving quickly to the line.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Wolverines come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. On third and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Hey, 4th and short, it's time to be physical. You give it to your running back. You can see he gets physical, gets downhill, gets the first down.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The offense changing the play. Wants to go up top. Throwing right. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
The D thinking bring some heat on third and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
And the Wolverines will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The inside handoff. Breaks into the open. At the 30. 10. Touchdown, Baylor! and they couldn't catch it. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. That, his 40th career touchdown run.
This guy's had a lot of success throughout his career, but 40 touchdowns is something that's pretty commendable, David. He continues to challenge himself each and every game and every year to get better.
Yeah, just the consistency has been so impressive. The offense is built around him. Like, he's going to get the football, he's going to be featured, and still finds the end zone week after week.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. The returner will field it and bring it back. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. First play of the drive, wants to throw. It's complete on the right side. Great to have perfect blocking, but you can also make your own, and that's exactly what he does, getting it up to the 36.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
The Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Going to take a shot on second and short. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up third down.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
And the Wolverines will try to pick it up on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Turning it on. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Bears will hustle to the line. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now on second and goal. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play. Third and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. Under fire. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. He splits the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Michigan State pulled one out today on a day they clearly did not have their best. And that's a testament to those players there in East Lansing. That winning gene, I really believe it's a thing. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
I think sometimes offensively you've got to have a bit more awareness of where you are in the field. You've got to feel yourself getting close to the boundary. You've got to settle down. That guy looked like he was a little bit out of control, and as a result, that throw took him out of bounds for no gain.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
Huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Running back searching for a hole. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. And the Bears headed quickly to the line. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Got his man on the right. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown Bears! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They scored again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And he did get that extra point through, no problem with the frozen tundra beneath him.
Michigan, 0.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking downfield on first down. He's got his man. And they pick up just a few on that completion. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Baylor! The defense putting points on the board. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Trying to set the tone with the run. This time they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Flips it out in the flat. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. The sweet feet buy a little time. Looking downfield. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown on this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
The Bears will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. A low-line drive and not his best work. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position. So here comes the Michigan offense. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a nonprofit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Quickly out to the tight end. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 22.
Obviously, great job picking up the first down there through the air, but you're trailing by a lot of points now, and you're in that area of the field where you should take a shot. If I was the offensive coordinator, I'd be thinking about throwing this next one into the end zone and trying to cut into the lead.
Finds the big tight end. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. He wants to change this route. Wants to throw it. He's going for the goal line. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And he makes the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From inside the 10, here he comes. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. He'll start this drive going to the air. Rushes on him. He'll try to do it himself. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Hand off from the shotgun. This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and they're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had. Looking to throw on third. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls in.
And the Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far. And if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The Wolverines in a good spot here with second and short. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
And the Wolverines racing to the line in the hurry up. The give on the inside. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. The give out of the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Looking to fire. Shoots it to the left. For the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on second down. They'll give it to the back. They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They give him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Working that left side now. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. The Bears will try to pin them back with the punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive.
There he goes. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. The Wolverines want to crank the tempo. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense... They've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Scanning the field, it's Dalton. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Trying play action. Quarterback on the move, still looking. On the move to the right, looking for a big one. The incomplete pass, 4th down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And the sack comes from the middle linebacker, who is the quarterback of the defense. Not only does he get everybody lined up, make all the calls, play the run, he can also rush the passer and sack quarterbacks. What a job.
And the Bears now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Gonna run it. It's Key. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Finds his big tight end. They'll bring him down right at the 20-yard line, and a 4th down looms and decision time for this offense.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Oklahoma State stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Stillwater. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. Top 25 teams and a very clear outcome today, guys. Ought to be fun to see how the rankings are impacted this week.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass, it's Dalton. Got his man quickly. They made the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Makes the grab. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
He wants to throw it again. Unloads to the right. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. And some room to work. Breaks into the open. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
In these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and I just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
The Bears just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They go to the ground. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
And the Bears trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Off play action. Moves around to clear up the vision. It's complete to the left. Runs through the tackle. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it to be a habit.